Alrighty, so haven't touched that in a while. Got a new 1/2-inch impact gun over here. This bad boy, $15 at the frickin' pawn shop. Got myself one of these air ratchets as well, for 14 bucks. Hopefully this 1/2-inch will be able to run those bell housing bolts in. They've been a pain in the butt, but figured I would spend some time on this and get that pulley down on the AC delete aligned. I think that's the last one that needs to be aligned. I found the bushing through the several boxes from all the parts I've bought for the last couple of years for this thing, and eventually I found the bushing. Thank goodness I still hold on to it. So I got that on there. I'm going to tighten it down and put the belt on and start it up. I'm going to run it, make sure the belt doesn't move off to either side of the pulley again. If it doesn't, then once it's warmed up, I'm going to take it for a drive up and down the road, piss the neighbors off, and hopefully it doesn't throw a belt. If it doesn't throw a belt, then I'm going to order a couple spares next week, and this thing should be ready to drive whenever I feel like it. And then we can start focusing on cleaning it up. At some point I'd like to get rid of the spark plug wires and go to coil over plug, or at least figure out a bracket to relocate these coils to the back of the firewall there and run the lines this way, or the spark plug wires this way. I think I'm gonna get a kit like a, oh, I don't have it on the shelf there, like an Excel kit, kind of build your own plug wire set so I can not have excess length kind of just dangling over like this guy's 10 million miles long. But I'd like to clean that up a bit, make it a little nicer. At some point I'd like to make like a metal fascia out of aluminum for right here to cover that. I got the turbo guard on it. Still would like to try to figure out a filter solution. It is so close to this hose right here, so I don't really have to figure it out. I thought about maybe going with like a 3-core half radiator or 3/4 radiator, so hopefully the radiator would stop here, and then I can go with like a 90, tight 90 to a filter here, or something. If this part of the radiator was gone, I guess we could go kind of like a, I don't know, maybe like a 35-degree angle downward and put the filter down in here. I think it'll be okay like this for ripping around town and just try to stay away from the dirt roads and stuff. But if I'm planning on driving this all the way down to the drag strip, 100+ miles away, I should probably get a filter on it. But who knows, all that dust is just porting and polishing all my my intake runners and the intake ports anyways. and the cylinder walls and the rings and everything else that touches the valve seats. So not very ideal, but it will work for now. So I'll get this all bolted up and then make another video here in a bit, either of it running or of what I'm doing next to get it to work. Alrighty, so it looks like it's working. So now I'll take it up and down the road and see if she works. Alright, so through the belt again. I'm not quite sure what's going on. My only thoughts is maybe, let's grab a light here. My only thought is maybe that, let's see if I can get it to show on this camera here. Point with my pinky. Maybe the tensioner or this idler down here need to be shimmed out, the one under the blower. I mean, maybe that one's got to be shimmed out a little bit. I wouldn't imagine it really moving any further than that. It's my only other thought. It just keeps rolling the belt off, and that's, I guess, the last one I gotta check. I might push that out one washer's worth. Take it back out for a quick rip. Hopefully not throw the belt, because I hate being on the side of the road freaking putting the belt back on. It's kind of just freaking routine at this point. Do a pull, pull over, put a belt on. Do a pull, pull over, put the belt on. So, well. Alright, well, I'm going to get to it. Maybe I'll shim that out, and hopefully it stays on this time. We will see. Figured out, boys. Alright, so probably not the best video, but it's better than no video. I shimmed out that idler, so not the collared one, but the factory one underneath the blower there. So follow my middle finger, it's right there. I shimmed that out with a washer, like the rest of everything else, because I noticed it was riding pretty close to the beveled, or the rounded edge of the pulley. My only thought is, while shifting, and you know, the belt probably slapped a little bit from the tension being released, it was allowing that belt to roll down that curved edge and throw itself off without ruining it. So it's like one of the only ones I haven't shimmed out yet, other than the alternator, the water pump pulley, and the crank are all going to be exactly where they're supposed to be. I thought maybe the idler would be fine, but I think the blower is slightly forward, which is causing it to roll forward. I'm not quite sure. All I know is it frickin' worked for now. I beat the heck out of it. Smacked limiter a few times, revved it all the way out. Normally if I revved it all the way out and hit limiter, it would throw the belt right away. Didn't have enough room to shift it in the third, but I don't think freaking I don't think shifting to the third is going to be any harder than hitting limiter and letting right off. So I guess we'll find out. I'll probably go and get a gate screen next week, and then it'll probably throw the belt when I'm on the freeway or somewhere where I don't want to pull over. Who knows? She's got a mind of her own, but hopefully this continues to work out and I don't have to worry about throwing a belt every freaking pull. That'd be very nice to just have something reliable to rip on, finally. So once it's reliable, then, you know, of course, as I said, I want to clean it up and make it look pretty nice in here. I got the engine bay all painted and nice, and I've relocated the fuse box. I deleted a bunch of stuff, so it'd be nice to make it look fairly clean. I'd like to get rid of these frickin' Bosch crappy diverter valves. I got 2 of them. I want to get one of the like the Vortec frickin' race valve, or big ol' boy, to make the loud psh, but also to eliminate those cheap bypass valves. I don't think they flow enough for, well, they probably are about maxed out with what we're making now, but I don't think they'll flow enough for when we finally turn it up. And that could also be part of the issue, is it's not evacuating air fast enough, which is allowing the blower to kind of surge a little bit. I doubt it, but it's possible. But yeah, I'm kind of happy. Kind of just want to call it a day. Quit while I'm ahead. But we'll probably work on this for a little bit. My buddy James coming over to help me. Well, not help me, but he's coming over to work on his car, so we will freaking see. Alright, well, we're all done. 96 is back in the garage. Freaking glad I was able to figure that out. Well, hopefully I'll have to put some more miles on it and really beat on it and see. I got the bell housing bolts on this finally. Freaking ran in on both sides. I got one on each side ran in. Thank goodness I got the new 1/2-inch gun. I would have sucked trying to run those all the way in by hand. There's not a whole lot of room under there. I got to use a really long multi-piece extension. So basically every extension I have in the shop put together with a universal on the end, just to be able to use a ratchet. So I'm really happy I was able to just get down there and zip those in. It didn't pull the threads out or break anything. It looks like it's all mated up pretty good. I just got to get the other, I don't know, 6 or 5 other bolts and try to get that starter one bolted in too, because the starter is part of that. But I don't know, kind of just took some time from that and focused on some other things. Kind of bummed I didn't stay on a strict schedule, but at the same time it's like it's not like it's really going anywhere. So even though I want to blast through it and rush it, I'd still like to spend some time, especially thinking and planning things out. If I go in without a plan, then I'm going to end up having to pull it all back apart when I finally do have that plan. So I know it's not the best video, but hopefully it turns out pretty okay when I edit it. Hopefully no watermark this time. That was that really sucked. Got all the way through using that program, spent probably an hour or so getting everything and cutting everything out that it didn't need to be in there, just to find out that I had to pay $300 to use it. Otherwise I get that big ugly watermark over it. So thanks for watching, and I guess we'll see you in the next video, or we'll see you in the next video, or you'll see me in the next video, something like that. Who knows, maybe it will be more of the 96, or we'll actually get some work done on this Fox body. I got some things kind of just falling in place and landing in my lap. We might have complete interior swap and an 8.8 rear end and 5-lug conversion for the Fox, and a bunch of other stuff that I wasn't planning on doing, but again, it fell in my lap, so might as well use, or not use, but might as well take advantage of what's been given, what the universe has been giving me. So we'll see. I'll probably put a couple cuts through this, or maybe you guys will watch me ramble for this 3 minutes. Long pause. So anyways, we'll see you next time.